What's up, guys? Again, we had to refilm this. Galaxy's Greatest here, and I am joined by Hagi and Shane DeVoe. And we're here for our Week 7 predictions. First things first, winners from last week, both at an 8-6 record. We have Big Boss Man 25 and
really
also Chicken Salad. What's that?
We really are doing this whole thing again?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Let's go ahead.
I wasn't joking.
Told you to get that scam
Alright,
going.
scam call me.
Big Boss Man 25 and also Chicken Salad finished with 8-6. They won Week 6 last week. And the current leaders right now, we have Chardog 234 and Woody. They are at 54 wins.
Man, why don't you extenuate that Woody?
Woody. All lowercase letters, but with an IE, not a Y.
Intriguing.
So anyway, you just want to get straight into Week 7?
Yeah, let's just
Yeah,
do this
absolutely.
again.
Let's do it again. We're gonna start off with Kansas City at Oakland. I got Kansas City here. They're just too good. They coming off of a loss of Pittsburgh, but they're still a great, phenomenal team. As for the Oakland Raiders, I feel like it's Rob Schneider's character from The Waterboy going, "Oh no, we suck again."
Yeah.
But
We're in the shower tonight. Or not.
or not. Yeah, this is gonna be this is pretty much curtains for the Raiders season, unless they pull out a miraculous win. But I gotta go with the Kansas City Chiefs here.
I'm gonna take the Raiders.
You're gonna take the
I'm
Raiders
gonna
in an
take the
upset.
Raiders in the
okay,
upset,
okay.
yeah.
You don't think they're dead just yet?
They're home. I like it. You know,
They're
give them a
home?
chance.
You like
Give
it?
'em a chance. Hear me
Okay.
out. Give them a chance.
Think Beast Mode's going to carry him this game?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Well,
Maybe
if they can
maybe,
run, they can win.
Maybe
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
maybe
that's
they'll
true.
follow the Steelers recipe. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah.
Who do you have, Shane?
Kansas City.
You have Kansas
It's
City.
the fact that last week they lost to a good team in Pittsburgh who has their number in the past couple of seasons. I don't believe the Chiefs are going to lose this one. They swept them last year, but it could be a potential sweep this year. It could potentially be another one, so I'm going to have to go with Kansas City on this one.
All right. So 2 Kansas City, 1 Oakland. We move on to what I think might be the hardest game for me to predict. Tampa Bay at Buffalo. 2 kind of evenly matched teams. Jameis Winston should be back for this game. But I'll start with you, Hagi. Who do you have here?
You know, I'm actually gonna switch. I'm gonna take Buffalo.
You're going to take Buffalo
I'm gonna
here.
take Buffalo.
All right.
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
All right. You go Buffalo.
Very tough though, but I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Tough buff.
Yep.
All
you know
right.
why?
It's cold.
Why?
Because of Shady McCoy.
Because of
That's
Shady
the only
McCoy.
reason I'm taking
Well,
Buffalo.
You remember
we need to
McCoy
get-
was
we
on
need-
the team.
We need
Yeah.
to get rid of this and make it Buffalo.
No dice. He was better on this
or
team.
just Shady McCoy, just his
Yep.
face on a hat.
Yeah, there you go.
Shane, who are you taking
Um,
this game?
I have to go with Buffalo on this one. The fact, not because of Shady McCoy, but it's the fact that this defense is really good.
They are
They have
really
put
good.
points upon points upon points upon teams that they played via interceptions or fumble recoveries. That this could happen, but don't be surprised though if Tampa Bay wins. Even though Jameis Winston is up in the air right now, he could play this weekend. But if he doesn't, just by circumstances, they want to keep him healthy for the next week. I'm gonna have to go with Buffalo.
All right. I feel like this is a game I just feel like no matter who I pick, I'm gonna lose. But I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay here. Buffalo is coming off the bye, but that could also stunt their momentum a bit. Tampa Bay, you know, we don't really know who's going to be playing at quarterback, but you know what? If Winston doesn't play, that means Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to play. And you know what? When he's a player that's on the bench coming off, or when it's like his first year on a team, he usually plays really well.
He's very smart.
And
too.
that could be at advantage. So Tampa Bay kind of needs a win here. I'm going to say they rally a win here.
What you're saying is you like Deshaun Jackson. Another Eagle.
Oh, no,
okay.
wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Hold up. Now you're in between a rock and a hard place here.
Oh, for a second, I forgot he was on Tampa Bay because he's done nothing this year.
Well, then I guess that makes
Shady
up your
McCoy.
pick. All right. All right. So our next game is Carolina at Chicago. Carolina really good on the road. Cam Newton's played his best games on the road for some reason. One on the road against the Patriots. won other road games.
The funny thing, he going to remember the Patriots one because that's the game that he wanted them to lose. Let's get that right.
True. Oh, he went on the road against San Fran, but then again, everyone's won on the road against San Fran. But
if Pittsburgh
either
plays
way,
them, it might be them winning against us.
but either way, Carolina, I think, is just the better team right now. Chicago, I don't think you stink anymore, but I don't think you're good. So I'm just.
So you're stinky good.
You're stinky good.
You're on the
Okay,
borderline,
you're stinky
you're on
good.
the borderline between okay and crap.
Scrappy. They're scrappy.
Yeah.
But I gotta go with Carolina here.
Carolina.
Carolina, Superman,
Yeah.
simple as that.
And that Carolina defense is going to be too much for Chicago. We move on to, I almost repeated the same game. Tennessee at Cleveland. I think we're all in agreement. Yep.
Yep,
Say
let's
it
go.
on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Cleveland!
We'll lose.
Yes.
We all are taking Tennessee.
But don't be surprised though, somehow Cleveland wins. Because the Giants lost Monday night against the Broncos. Don't be surprised if this happens.
Tennessee is coming off a short week, so if they lay an egg here. But then again, Cleveland always finds a way to lose.
They're trying to get the number 1 quarterback in the draft. this
Deshaun
year.
Kaiser will be starting this game because they can't. At this point, I feel like they should have just kept Brock Osweiler. Because at least he made it to the playoffs last year. Granted, he had a whole Texans defense carry him that way, but oh well, it is what it is, and they're paying most of his salary. I just feel bad for this Browns team. Even if they're my division rival, I just feel bad for them. But let's move on. We have. You want to bring up the game, Shane?
As slowly as I bring up my phone.
All right, we're moving on to New Orleans at Green Bay, a game that we probably looked at completely differently last week, but looking at it now, no Aaron Rodgers for this Green Bay team. I gotta go with New Orleans here. It's just the safe pick in my eyes. Hagi?
No. New Orleans.
No, New Orleans. All
I
right.
thought we were going to go different there for a moment. Well, I'm going to be the turn the punch bowl on this one, but I'm going to have to go with Green Bay.
All right.
See, I made a joke there.
That was good.
But
I like it.
I just have to go. Brett Hundley is good. This team is confident with him as their starting quarterback for this game. He's been under this team for 3 years. He knows the system. He knows how Aaron Rodgers likes to get his teammates to get moving on the field. And John Callahan, the backup to Brett Hunt for this game. 2 years in the league, somewhat knows the offense, but don't be surprised if they might toss him in the game for a little bit to give him that game experience if the game gets too big or too low of a score. So I'm glad to go with Green Bay on this one.
All right. Their fans are still confident. There's even fans buying custom-made Brett Hundley jerseys. That's how how
that.
much confidence they have.
like
So give credit to Green Bay.
Support the
Shout out to Westy Poo.
He
We
sucks.
move on to Jacksonville at Indy. There's just a pattern going on with Jacksonville. I gotta follow the pattern. Taking the Jags here.
I'm taking the Jags here.
Saxonville.
Saxonville.
I like that
All
too.
right. So let's just move right on to our next game. We have Arizona at LA. Arizona looking good with Adrian Peterson now on the team. He sure made a hell of a statistic game.
True.
You can't give a straight face while doing that.
Who you got, Shane?
I have to go. What game were we on again? The Rams? I have to go with the Rams on this one. They're too good offensively, and their defense is really, really good. And I don't know if Adrian Peterson is going to keep this up consistently. It's like a flip of a coin right now if he's going to be consistent. He has potentially made a crack in the window that I said last week that they had their championship door closed. He cracking it for possible playoffs. If he can keep up for the rest of the year, and then when
David Johnson
comes back.
That's a two-headed monster.
Don't be surprised if that window breaks and they're now in the playoffs. Don't be surprised though when it happens.
I'm gonna be the turd in the punch bowl. I'm gonna
Still my shit.
I'm gonna take the Rams.
How's that turn a punch bowl?
Okay, I think we're all taking the Rams here. They got some good momentum. So let's move on. We have the Jets at the Dolphins. We saw this game a couple weeks ago. We all expected the Dolphins to win, and the Jets upset them. The Dolphins couldn't score until the very end of the game, and, well, that was that. But I think the Dolphins will recover. I feel like this is the game I'm going with feeling. I feel like there will be a split here. I'm going to go with Miami. But I would not be surprised at all if the Jets just whoop them again.
Miami.
Both teams are technically in the playoffs for their division right now. They're in the lead for that title. Let's not forget that. Even though Patriots have the 4-2 lead over them, it's only a one game between the rest of everyone in their division. And who would have thought
For
that,
now.
who would have thought that the Jets would be 3-3 at this moment? We all thought they'd be 0-16.
They have 3 wins. They're doing better than the Raiders. They're doing better than the Buccaneers.
Oh, wow.
Doing better than the Browns, but we all expected that.
Well, yeah.
We all expected the Browns and them to be tied at this point for number 1 seed. For the pick, that is. But I believe the Jets can win this one. I don't trust Jay Cutler. Honestly, I don't. He's a great quarterback. He's not elite, nor has he ever been elite.
I don't even know if I'd call him a great quarterback. I think I'd just call him a good quarterback.
Average. In
Not-
certain games, he could be okay.
Yeah. I think I just put him at the good level.
I think this Jets team is going to probably show that. Don't keep your hopes up, Dolphins. We're
Mhm.
going to make sure you stay at the bottom.
Or maybe they're so down after the Patriots game that they just kind of let down. But
I'm going to
We'll
take
s-
Miami.
Although,
All
yeah,
right.
speaking of that should have been a touchdown last week, people.
Yes.
I'm talking to you, refs.
Yes.
That was a touchdown.
uh,
He-
15
reco-
damn penalties, and Carolina won. Screw you.
No, he had the ball in play going into the end zone. He fumbled it and recovered it still in the field and fell in. Can't
Well-
be touchback. Can't be touchback.
it is what it is. But
I feel like the Eagles beat the refs last week rather than Carolina.
they
Hear me out.
okay. We'll talk about the Eagles later.
Okay.
They're best for last this week. All right, so we move on to Baltimore at Minnesota. This Minnesota's defense is going to be way too much for Baltimore's offense. Don't be surprised if they got blown out with a goose egg. I don't think they'll have 0. They'll have at least like
10.
6, 10, maybe even 10. Yeah, but I gotta go with Minnesota here.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota's just a better team.
Get ready to blow that horn, Minnesota.
All right, so we move on to our next game, which would be the Dallas Cowboys at the San Francisco 49ers. Dallas in a little bit of a hole at 2-3. They find the Eagles and I think the Redskins as well ahead of them. I think this is a must-win for Dallas, and even though Sanford could be a bit scrappy in this game, but I just think Dallas is overall the better team. I got to go with the Cowboys here. Shane?
I have to go with the Cowboys, too.
You know, if I was a biased a-hole right now, I'd say San Francisco. But, you know, realistically speaking, I'm going San Francisco.
So you're saying you're a biased asshole.
Yeah. Psych! I'm going Dallas Cowboys because they suck.
But don't be surprised if Sanford
Yeah.
wins, though.
Yes,
Just
I
don't be
hope they do.
surprised.
Please win.
You'll be rooting to be wrong for that game.
Yes, exactly.
All right. We're gonna move on to Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. This game originally 1 o'clock has been flexed to 4 o'clock. Shane?
Did they explain why that was?
I don't really know. I think maybe just out of I don't know, maybe money, but I just cause I know like here locally a lot of Steelers games haven't been aired over. They've been airing the Ravens over the Steelers,
We're
which
closer to Baltimore than Pittsburgh.
yeah, but
Which
there's
is-
probably more of a Steelers fan base in where we are than a Baltimore fan base here in Pennsylvania. But I digress. Who are you taking, Shane?
Pittsburgh Steelers, no doubt. This team proved last week that they could still win. Knocked off the undefeated team in the league. They got now the biggest targets on their back. Teams are going to want to prove that. They just beat the. Who cares if they beat the undefeated team? We can still beat them. They're not that good. The Cincinnati Bengals are going to try and come in. They started the season 0-3. Let's get that remembered. And then they came back. They're starting.
With some momentum.
They're starting to come back.
But now they're coming off the bye,
Yep.
which could stunt their
Could
momentum.
stop them. But this defense for Pittsburgh is good.
It is.
It's good. Just remember that when they go in there, Andy Dalton's going to be surprised when he plays against this defense. He's going to be expecting the one from last year. Watch your back, Andy Dalton. Don't be surprised if someone named T.J. Watt puts you on your ass.
Well said.
All right.
Huggy?
You know, Pittsburgh
Since we're doing that, congratulations, you're a Steelers fan.
is going to lose to
thinking
Cincinnati.
Oh, you tease, Huggy. All right, I put the last 4 Steelers games wrong.
You picked the ones they were supposed to win, and you.
And yeah, the two games that I rarely ever pick the Steelers losing, and the two games I picked them to lose this year, they won. So I feel like I should just pick the Steelers to lose, but I think Steelers are the safe pick here. I think they're just a better team.
The better at home too.
Yeah, but then again, we saw what Jacksonville did.
Yeah, that's Jacksonville.
All right, but we'll digress from that. Denver at LA Chargers. That is. I think the Chargers proved they could finally close a game. They brought Nick Novak back after the problems with Young Ho Koo. I think you know what? I think the Chargers got some good momentum going, and you know what? I'm gonna say it right here. They could find themselves in the playoffs, despite the 0-4 start. I think they could find themselves in the playoffs if they make the halfway mark at what, like 3-5. I think they got a shot. I'm gonna take the Chargers here.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go first in this one. I need to think about this a little bit.
I do. But at the end of the day here, you got to go with Denver.
Despite the egg they laid last week.
Horrible game. Horrible. I mean, I farted when I watched that game. It was
How many goals, ladies and gentlemen?
Actually, I just farted right now, but that's besides the point.
Okay, congratulations.
Because I was thinking about that game. But yeah, their defense is good. I have them on my fantasy, so I hope they beat the Chargers.
Shane.
I'm gonna let that digress. I'm picking the Broncos in this one. Last week's game was kind of a fluke. Let's get that straight. The Giants should not have won that game. And at the end of the season, if that's the only game the Giants win, the Denver Broncos will gladly give that game away, knowing that we gave you guys your only win and possible chance of you not getting the number one pick. But I'm going to go with the Broncos in this one. Broncos got still a top 5 defense, probably if not number 2 right now behind Jacksonville. I have to go with Broncos.
Another thing though, bro, there's probably going to be some good amount of Broncos fans in that stadium, but we'll see. We'll see about that one, I guess. We have Seattle at the New York Giants, and I'm going to say look out, because the Giants, they might be back on track here. That defense might be too much for this horrible Seattle offensive line. The Giants could sneak this game out, but I can't pick it. I got to go with the Seahawks to win, coming off the bye week.
Where are they at again?
They are in New York.
Who are they playing?
The Giants.
I'm taking Seahawks.
That's
Were you trying to say Seattle, but you say, but because it kind of came out. I'm taking Seahawks.
You called me. Yep.
I just don't see them winning this game, the Giants. I don't see them winning without
Yeah.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Their
They
top
lost
3 receivers are out.
Yeah, and they lost.
Brandon
They
Marshall's
lost
out.
a player.
Beckham's out.
They lost
Sterling
Odell
Shepard's
Beckham
out.
Jr., who thought he was going to be the highest paid wide receiver in this league. That's a joke. But I just don't see him winning. I don't. This defense for the Seahawks is going to prove to them that we are
That's true.
we're not the Legion of Boom of years past.
Mm-hmm.
We are still the Legion of Boom, and we will prove to you that we will beat you. Even when you have, let's say you're not your top 3 wide receivers, we're still going to prove to you we're going to whoop your butt.
Thoughts are with Cliff Averill right now. He's out for the season and might even have a career-ending injury. So, thoughts with him.
God rest his soul.
So, I believe we are at the Sunday night game next.
Yes.
Am I missing a game?
Nope, that's the Sunday night game, buddy. Sunday night.
Sunday night, Super Bowl 51 rematch. Get ready, because the Patriots are gonna win.
Wow,
Yeah,
what a shot!
I didn't even say the two teams. I already said the Patriots are gonna win. But we have the Falcons at the Patriots. The Patriots are gonna win. The Falcons are the biggest choke artist since the Falcons.
I like that. That was clever what you did there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Wait, but yeah, I have no doubt Patriots are going to win this game. John, let's go through again what I said last week. Falcons should technically be a 500 team. Technically.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots, they should be where they should be. Let's get that right. Their defense fucking sucks.
Okay, yes. Forget the censors.
they suck.
The censors are out of here tonight.
We'll just beep that.
No, but they're out of this. There's no way I see the Patriots losing this game. They have the greatest quarterback who has probably ever played in this league, and he's going out there in his home in Foxborough. He's not going to let them lose in Foxborough again to another team this year. Potentially, it might happen later on in the year, but he's not going to let them lose to this team.
Not right now.
Nope, exactly. Not when they beat them in the Super Bowl to prove that it was not a fluke that we came back to win. We got the greatest quarterback ever to ever play.
Me?
Yeah, and they're going to win again. If not, don't be surprised. Brady's going to throw for 5 touchdowns.
And who you taking, Hagi?
I have no doubt here.
I was going to say Falcons because you're a Bird fan.
Falcons, because I'm a Bird fan.
You gotta go. You gotta go. Your fellow birds.
Yeah, come
You're on the bird family.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, in all honesty, I'm taking the Falcons.
In all honestly.
In all honesty,
honestly. In all honesty.
All right. So you're taking the Falcons upset here to get revenge.
Revenge, yeah.
And we move on to the Monday Night Football game, which I will say is game of the week. We have the Washington Redskins on the road at Lincoln Financial Field to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Woo! I will let you start here, Hagi. Who are you taking?
Redskins will lose to the Philadelphia Eagles here. But this is a divisional game, so it will be close, I am sure. But in the end, my Eagles will prevail. They will fly high.
Woo! To a 6-1 record.
Yes, I am taking the Philadelphia Eagles.
They're
here.
already 6-1.
Shout out to all Eagles fans
They
out
won
there.
twice last week.
Woo!
They beat Carolina and they beat the refs.
That is
That's
true.
right.
That is
So-
very true. Yeah.
They could be 8-1 this
That
week
is
after
very
this
true.
game.
Yes.
But,
So go Eagles. Woo!
Who are you taking, Shane?
I want to pass this off to you for a second.
You're gonna pass this off to me?
Yes.
I gotta go with the Eagles, man. They're hot right now. I'm warning you, Eagles fans. Just stay humble, because if you get a little too cocky here, you're gonna get your hearts broken again.
He's talking to you. Eat that pussy 445.
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not talking to him. He even said it himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Well, then shout out to you.
He knows where it's at.
Shout out to you, buddy.
But Shane, I'll let you close it out here.
I'll need to borrow that hat for a second because I'm going to have to do something Steelers fan has probably not done in a while. Actually, excluding last week, I have to go with the Eagles. I believe now, Carson Wentz proved to me last week that this team is probably, if not already, a Super Bowl favorite. Mm-hmm. They have the most luck right now. They are winning games single-handedly. They're going in and destroying teams, except for Kansas City, which we know that they should have. Eagles probably could have won that, but things happened. But
We made it close.
true.
It's true.
Eagles, and they prove a lot to me. They proved to me this year that this is possibly the year that they can actually get a taste of what a Lombardi Trophy is. They actually grip it in their hands. But again, as Austin said, be humble, Eagles fans. Don't start cockying when you guys are eventually. If you do go to the point where you're like, let's say 9-1, don't get cocky to the fact that we're going to the Super Bowl. Because once you do that, you're going to start losing, and then you might be out of your coveted number 1 seed and down to the wild card. You might be out in the first round then.
I mean, that really goes with any fan base,
Yeah.
period. I'm not trying to crap on the Eagles fans, but the saying goes, be confident, not cocky.
Exactly.
Unless you're Tom Brady, you can be cocky and confident and still win games and cheat.
Well, I think that wraps up nicely.
Any bold predictions this week from you guys?
Any bold predictions? Well, I kind of said my bold prediction
Yeah, I
of
think so.
Chargers might be. I think the Chargers are still a wild card team. I think they're sneaking in there. Any bold prediction from you, huh? Like maybe not even just this week, but throughout the season.
Throughout the season,
I hope
let me
this video
think
doesn't
here.
end early.
Let me think here. Bold predictions throughout the season. I'm gonna throw some out here at you.
We just asked for.
As you see, a grasshopper is cricketing in the background.
Yes. Okay.
Grasshoppers cricketing.
Hear me out now.
That's
This
interesting.
could potentially happen. A PA Super Bowl between the Steelers and the Eagles.
Bopa.
Hear me out
BOPA.
now.
Battle of Pennsylvania.
Yes, that could
Bopa.
happen.
And the sad thing is, we'll be in Minnesota doing that.
Yeah, true.
But
Bopa in Minnesota.
I have to agree with the fact that that could potentially. It's too early to tell
Yeah.
right now. But wouldn't that be great?
That would
For
be.
once to settle the differences, who's the best Pennsylvania team? Which we know is Pittsburgh. Just saying. But it's up in the air right now. But my prediction: don't be surprised if Le'Veon Bell this week, since now it looks like he's starting to come around. Don't be surprised if he rushes for over 200 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns, ties a record.
Ooh, that's bold. That's bold.
I change it. Bold prediction: San Francisco wins again.
Even though you
This,
predicted Dallas.
this year? Or,
Wait.
Yeah,
this year or this
No,
game?
you
maniac! This year or this
This year.
weekend?
Are
This
you
year.
out of your mind?
This year they win a game.
Okay.
Cleveland trades
that's
their number one
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just kind of turned more into a comedy angle than a football predictions video.
Like that turd at the punch bowl.
Like a turd in a punch bowl.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Galaxy's Greatest Austin Peffer, Shane DeVoe, and Hoggy. We will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.
Woo!
Steelers.
Go Eagles.
Did you really fart in the video?
I did.